Recently, you've made statements about the topic of people growing out of gaming, and I think people growing out of gaming is just an interesting topic. And so one of my questions is: do you feel that a majority of the industry now, the gaming industry, is marketed towards children and the younger generations, and that's playing a role in people parting with gaming?
Well,
or the increasing negative outcry that you see about people having in gaming in general?
I mean, I'm sure that plays a part for some people, no doubt. But I honestly think, if I can get my thoughts together, because it's a really interesting, to me, and complex topic. But I really think the bigger part of it has to do with what a game requires of the player, which is there is a, compared to, watching a movie or watching a TV show, and then compared to watching a dumb TV show like an ABC sitcom versus something challenging like on HBO Max or whatever, the amount of energy required to play most games and investment is really high. And I think most people...
Time investment.
Not just time investment, but energy. So most people, I think, that are adults, when they, they have their job, they have their families, they have their hobby, whatever. When they come home from work, I think a lot of it is they're just like, now you want me to solve a bunch of fucking puzzles and figure out, how to kill this boss in Elden Ring. And it's just, it's asked so much. And I think until games, but here's what's interesting. I think everyone up and down the spectrum loves interactivity. And I think the internet shows us that. I think to some extent Candy Crush and super casual games show us that. I do think, and I know I'm a broken record on this, but I absolutely think when video games become more like the holodeck and they become procedurally written and designed in real time, then it will become the most popular entertainment form the world has ever seen. Because everybody's going to want to step into a fantasy world that writes itself to their own desires and needs. But right now, I think a lot of it is most adults are like, dude, I'm fucking tired. I don't want to sit here and play, Final Fantasy Tactics. Can I turn on, some stupid fucking sitcom and then, go to bed? That's what I think it is.
Okay. I think that gaming, the majority of the industry is marketed towards children. I think statistically.
I agree, but I think that's why, though. I think you've got some indie games and stuff that are not, and you've got some. I don't think The Last of Us 2 is marketed to kids, but I agree. But I think it's because kids have summer, they have weekends, they come home from school, they're in college, fucking around. They have the time to invest enough to fall in love with the medium. But when they lose that time...
I agree. Yeah. I agree with that. Okay. I'm not going to take too much more of your time. This is the last thing here. I'd asked you a little while ago, why do you think that console exclusivity will fizzle out? And how would that absence or void in exclusivity affect the choice in which platform consumers buy?
It won't. The only reason console exclusivity will fizzle out is because ultimately we won't need consoles anymore, because it will be directly streaming into your television. Now, whether that's 6 years away or 15 years away or whatever, that's a discussion I don't want to get into because people get real passionate. And the fact of the matter is none of us know. None of us know. But I think we can all look ahead and go, why would you want to spend money to ship games? And even if you're going all digital, the people who own the rights to the game are going to want to keep more control. So my point is, once you're basically sending this to every monitor in your life, from your phone to your computer to your TV, you won't need a console, and thus there will still be competition, but it'll be the way you see competition for, do I want to watch Iron Man this weekend or Spider-Man No Way Home, or do I want to watch a Harry Potter movie, or do I want to watch this indie movie? That's where the competition should be. I want to see the medium compete with each other. The idea that the hardware is competing seems ridiculous to me.
Thanks for the insight, Jaffe. I appreciate your time.
Call back anytime. Good to talk to you, bud.